It's the realest.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your guy Realistic. We're back with another tutorial. Right now I'm still in the transition phase in between studios, so we are going to be dipping back into the vault of some unreleased content. This one here is from our online course, The Art of Mastering. If you'd like to check out our online courses, that is in the description below. But in this video, we're going to be talking about two parameters on a limiter, the attack time and the release time. Now, I do have a full video on how everything in a limiter works, so if you'd like to know that, I have that at the top of the screen. But sometimes people already know how everything else works and they're just looking for particular parameters, and so I like to do videos on individual parameters as well. That way you can get in, get the information you want, and get out, not have to sit through information that you already know. And if you do find it helpful, be sure to like and subscribe because that does help the channel grow. But for now, let's go ahead and figure out how the attack time and release time works on these limiters.
Okay, so now we have our gain and our output. So let's go ahead and talk about what this release parameter is doing along with the attack time. Now, we may be familiar with attack and release when it comes to like compressors. We're used to seeing that. Now, the release time works a lot like what we would see with a compressor. However, the attack time works a little bit different in limiters. So that's why I wanted to take a moment to really explain what that is. So just like we would see in a compressor, the release time is going to determine how long it takes for the limiting to end. Now, when it comes to deciding where we want to go, release times can be like a shorter one here. If we go with a shorter one, can be a punchier and louder sound because, you know, it's taking a lot less time for the limiting to end, right? A shorter one means that it's going to release faster, right? It's going to stop limiting faster. A slower one allows the limiting to happen a lot longer. It's going to be at a slower pace when we choose the slower one here, right? And that can sometimes yield in a clearer sound. So you kind of want to decide if you want a punchier and louder sound, which a lot of people do like, or if you want to choose if you want a clearer sound, meaning a little less of that overdrive. Sometimes you can get a little bit of a distorted sound. What I like to do is I usually like to go somewhere in the middle, just kind of, you know, to taste, and it's going to be different each track. Now, here is the thing. Before we get into actually using this, I want to go over what the attack time is. And now, when we're used to compressors, the attack time decides how fast does the compression start. Well, on a lot of limiters, you won't even see an attack time. This FabFilter Pro L2 is kind of unique that it has that. Most of them don't have that. They have like the release, the ceiling, and the input. But what's cool about this is the attack time on this particular limiter is actually connected to the release time. And what this determines is how quickly or how slowly it takes for the release to set in, right? And so that's why these two kind of work together. And so this right here, the attack time can affect the transients. If we choose a faster attack time, it's going to cause the release to build up a lot quicker. So let's go ahead and kind of dial in some parameters here and kind of see what we're dealing with here.
No rush, no worries, no problem. So fresh, so fly, so poppin', moving quick, fast, baby, hold on. A lot of pain, I know you wanna close the door on. You paint the bright sky like a Van Gogh and play my heartstrings like a banjo. Shots, baby, shots like you're using up the ammo. Ain't a show, but I'm loving what you channel. Heart on a mission, put the car to ignition. I was lovesick, baby, now I'm on to a mission. Like a whole new revision, you a whole new division. I could tell you set your mind and then you go and you get it. All the light.
So you can hear right there when we go with a faster release time, we do get a louder sound. The drums have a little bit of a harder punch to them. Now let's go ahead and move this down to be a little bit slower because we can actually get a clearer sound. Because here's the thing about loudness is loudness actually affects the quality, and actually affects it usually in a negative way. Louder usually means lower quality, right? And so, you know, when we have a quieter sound, the quality is going to be better. However, we do have to accept and understand, especially with competing with songs that are out there, the mainstream songs, popular songs, other people are going to go for a louder sound. So it's on us, whether we're a mix engineer or a mastering engineer, it's on us to balance between having it really loud and still good quality. And that kind of gives us more responsibility to really make it good quality, because the better quality our mix is and the less clashing there is, the louder we can actually push this before there's any artifact artifacts or any issues caused with it. But let's go ahead and hear what this sounds like with a slower release time. I'm sure that you'll be able to hear that it kind of clears up a little bit. It's not quite as I don't want to say muddy, but it will clear up, and also will have a little bit less of that drive.
No rush, no worries, no problem. So fresh, so fly, so poppin', moving quick, fast, baby, hold on. A lot of pain, I know you wanna close the door on. You paint the bright sky like.
Yeah, so that one's pretty obvious. When we're at the faster one, we definitely heard it, that it was louder, and especially the vocals did sound punchier. And then when we went over to the release time, we did lose some volume, but I felt like we could hear that the quality enhanced and everything became a little bit clearer. And this is kind of a cool technique too that you can do when you're trying to figure out your attack and release parameters here. So what you'll do is you'll temporarily set your gain here to 20, right? I know that's loud, and it's going to sound like crap. It's going to distort and stuff like that. But we're going to bring this back in a moment. But the ideal here is you set this to -20, and then what you do is you adjust your attack and release parameters based on when you hear the distortion being a lot less and not so bad.
No rush, no worries, no problem. So fresh, so fly, so poppin', moving quick, fast, baby, hold on. A lot of pain, I know you wanna close the door on. You paint the bright sky like a Van Gogh.
So we can hear right there when we have our attack time set there to be a little bit slower. We hear that we're starting to have a little bit more of a pumping feeling. So then that can tell us that, okay, maybe we want to adjust it.
No rush, no worries, no problem. So fresh, so fly, so poppin', moving quick, fast, baby, hold on. A lot of pain, I know you wanna close the door on. You paint the bright sky like a Van Gogh. And play my.
Yeah, so we were just able to make adjustments there, and then we can kind of bring it back.
No rush, no worries, no problem. So fresh, so fly, so poppin', moving quick, fast, baby, hold on. A lot of pain, I know you wanna close the door.
And we just have an overall better sound by doing that. So those are how those work. And like I said, I usually try to stick somewhere in the middle. You know, that way I'm kind of getting some punchiness and loudness, but at the same time, I'm having some clearness in there. So each song's going to be different, and I kind of just go by ear and then figure it out until I get a sound that feels loud, you know, but still has a good clear tone to it without having to ruin too much, because you never know what speaker that this song is going to be heard on by the listener, or the first time that they hear it, where that's going to be heard. And, you know, the lower quality the speaker is and the louder the track is, you know, you get more of a chance that there's going to be some crackling or hissing that, you know, the speakers are causing. So just be cautious with. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this tutorial. If you found it useful, be sure to like and subscribe, because it does help the channel grow. When you like a video, it tells YouTube that you liked it, and maybe other people will like it as well. And also be sure to check out my online mixing and mastering courses, the art of beat mixing, the art of vocal mixing, and the art of mastering, all available now. And if this video was helpful and you're looking for other videos, you can watch a video here, here, and here. All right, until next time, y'all.